Hey there. Today for yoga practice, I'm going to be using the blocks. I have two. So if you're new to yoga and you don't have blocks, I really recommend getting some. They just enhance your practice. They help bring the ground up to you. So if you feel like you're, not quite reaching to where you want to go, you can use the blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can probably get creative at home. And even if you're somebody who's been practicing yoga for a while, I recommend using some blocks. So you can watch what I do today with the blocks, or you don't need the blocks at all. You can just do everything without. So we're gonna start in child's pose. And if you want to, you can put the blocks underneath your hands. Take your knees nice and wide. Take a few moments here to just breathe. Try to find a rhythm with your breath. And continue that throughout your practice. Now shift your weight forward, bringing the knees right underneath the hips. And then bend your elbows lower down halfway. The reason I like the blocks here is they help me control my movement down, pause, and then press into the blocks as you lift back up. Again, if you don't have the blocks, that's fine. Try to just lower down about halfway. One more, we're gonna lower down halfway. Hold it here. Stay here for a round of breath. And then as you exhale, press back to downward facing dog. So the hips lift up. Walk your feet at least hip distance apart, or you can go even wider on your mat. And then just bend one knee and then the other. Warming up the backs of the legs. Lift your right leg up, bend your right knee, the heel drops over to the left. Now turn and look underneath your right arm. On your next inhale, see if you can open up just a little bit more, and then set your foot back down. Left leg goes up, bend and open. And then look underneath your left arm. On an inhale, open just a little more. And then set your foot back down. Come up onto your toes. Bend your knees. See if you can get them parallel to your mat. Look to the space between your blocks or your hands. And then slowly walk your feet forward. Fold over your legs. Reach for opposite elbows, soften your knees. Let your upper body just hang. Now release your hands back down, bend your knees, one step at a time, walk back to high plank. Press your heels towards the back of the mat. Spread your fingers wide, whether they're on your mat or block. Bend your elbows, hug them in tight to your body, lower down halfway. You can do this on the knees as well. And then release yourself down. Lift your chest up. Take your time pressing back to downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up. Bend and open. Now square it back forward. Step forward. Drop your back knee. Arms reach high. Straighten your front leg and fold. Inhale to rise up. Exhale to fold. Keep moving with your breath. And when you do this fold here, I like to lift my toes up, but you can also keep them down. All right, this is going to be your last reach up, so make it your best. And then when you fold, hold it here. One more round of breath. Now bend into your front knee. We'll meet back in high plank. Take a breath in to prepare. Really press your mat or blocks away from you. Then lower down halfway, hold, chaturanga. This time you can release the tops of the feet onto the mat and press yourself up into upward facing dog. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Left leg goes up, bend and open, square back center, step forward, lower your back knee. On an inhale, reach up. As you exhale, fold. Move with your breath. Two more. And then hold this one here. You can let your head go. Move it side to side. One more round of breath here. On an inhale, bend into your front knee. High plank. Breath in. Lower down. Rise up. Down dog, press back. Come up onto your toes. Bend your knees, look forward. Walk your feet to your hands and fold. This time, press into your shins, lift up, flat back. Now sit back into chair pose. On an inhale, reach up. Sit back, chair. I want you to press your hands back behind you. Inhale to scoop your arms up, lift up. Exhale, chair. Going nice, slow, controlled movements here. Let your breath lead you. Last reach up. Hold this chair, press your hands back, pulse. 8, 4, 2, fold. Bend your knees, walk your feet back, high plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Let your inhale lift you up. And press back, down dog. Right leg goes up. Bend and open. Square back to center, step forward. Lower the back knee. You're gonna pick your right hand up, keeping the left hand down, twist to your right. Now release your right hand down, pick your left hand up, twist to your left. Release both hands down. Hop up off of your back knee and then straighten your right leg, fold here. You can step that back foot in as much as you need to. One more inhale. Bend your right knee, exhale. Send your right leg back. Chaturanga, lower down. I'm going to show you with the knees this time. And then on an inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up. Bend and open for just an inhale. Square back to center, step forward. Lower your back knee. Lift your left arm up. And then set your left hand down, right arm goes up. Right hand comes down, right knee lifts up, straighten the left leg, fold. Bend the left knee, step it back, high plank, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to lift up, and exhale to press back. Downward facing dog. Come up onto your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Try a few little hops this time. To fold. Halfway lift, you can press into your blocks. Chair pose, sit back, reach up. Take a full stretch up, inhale. Chair pose, exhale, press your hands back. Inhale to rise up. Press back, try lifting up onto your toes this time. Heels come off the mat. Keep moving. Take your biggest stretch up. Chair pose, press back. Challenge yourself on the toes. Pulse. 4, 3, 2, fold. Bend your knees, step back, high plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to rise up. Exhale to press back. Reach your right leg up. Bend and open. Square forward. Knee to chest. Press your right leg back. Knee to chest. Keep going. Now step your right foot forward. Stay on your left toes this time as you lift yourself up, crescent lunge. Bend your elbows, pull them out wide. See if you can sink a little deeper. And then reach back up, straighten everything up. Bend, lower. Inhale, rise. Keep going. All right, big stretch up. Now bend into your lunge. Pull your arms in towards each other. Reach your fingertips forward. Hover over your right leg. Now reach your arms back. Pulse them here like we did in our chair. Last 4, 3, 2, and release. Hands down, step back, high plank. When you exhale, lower down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Rise up on that inhale. Back as you exhale, down dog. Left leg goes up. Bend and open. Square back forward. Knee to chest. Press back. 2 more times. All right, hold this one in. And then set your foot down. Rise up, standing crescent lunge. Bend, lower down. Reach up. And bend. Keep moving. Keep breathing. All right, last stretch up. And then hold this here. Pull your arms in towards each other. Then press your fingertips forward. Hover over your left leg. On an exhale, extend your arms back behind you. Pulse. 4. Last 1. Release. High plank. Lower down. Downward facing dog. Lift up onto your toes. Now bend your knees and look forward. Remember those hops? Maybe you can just do 1. Halfway lift. Chair pose. Inhale, stretch up. Chair pose, twist left. Inhale back to center. Twist right. Keep going. All right, we're gonna come up and twist to your left. You can come into a prayer twist. Right elbow hooks to the outside of the left knee. And now, with control, slowly step your right foot back, and we're in a twisted crescent lunge. Slowly bring your way back to center, reach up. Now drop your back heel and open up for warrior two. Your fingers reach away from each other. Gaze is over your front hand, your left hand. Now flip your left palm up, reach your left arm up. Right arm reaches down. Take a breath here. And then slowly make your way to down dog. Child's pose if you need a rest. Or chaturanga up dog to down dog. Lift up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Get to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Chair pose. Inhale, reach up. One time twist left. Back to center. And now on this twist right, you can come into that prayer twist. Slowly begin to step the left foot back. So you're in a twisted lunge. And then reach your arms back to center and up. Open up for warrior two. Flip your right palm up. On an inhale, reach your right arm up. Left arm reaches down. And then exhale your way to down dog. Any way you get there is fine. Lift up onto your toes. Bend those knees. Go forward. Halfway lift. Chair pose. Starting to come into some balancing here. If you want to challenge yourself, have your block close by. I want you to lift your right leg up and then slowly straighten the left leg. Right knee is in front of you. Extend your right leg forward. Bend. You can bring your hands down to your hips. Extend. Bend. One more extend. Bend. And now open out to the right. So tree pose. You can bring your foot to the inside of your standing left leg. Anywhere but on the inside of the knee, so either below or above. That challenge is to step onto your block. Even more of a challenge is closing your eyes. One more round of breath in your tree. And then fold yourself all the way down over your legs. Wiggle in any way that feels good. Now from your forward fold, press into your shins or your block. Lift up halfway. Chair pose, sit back, reach up. Balancing on your right foot this time, you're going to lift the left leg up. So if you want to come onto your block right away, you can. You're still sitting in your chair. And then extend your leg. Ooh, I just grew a little. I hope you can still see me. Extend. Bend. Two more. And now open your left knee over to the left. come into your tree at any level that works for you. One last inhale. I'm sure you can hear that wind. Fold, exhale. Press into your shins or your block. Lift up halfway. Chair pose, sit back, reach up. Okay, lifting your right leg again. Slowly straighten the left. Right knee is in front of you. And now send your right leg back behind you, just a little bit over your mat. It doesn't need to go real high for airplane. Strengthen that back leg by flexing your back foot and really reach your fingertips towards that back leg. Chest stays lifted. You're welcome to soften your left knee. Now start to reach your arms forward. Back leg lifts a little higher. And then lower your hands down to the mat in front of you or a block if you have it. For standing split, let your head go. One more inhale here. And then fold as you exhale. Press into your shins or block, half lift, chair pose, sit back, reach up. So lifting your left leg this time, straighten the right, airplane, press your leg and arms back. Now pull your arms forward. Start to lift your back leg a little higher. That right knee can bend a little more. And then release your hands down. Try to keep the leg no higher than parallel to your mat. Your legs are making a L shape. Or anything below that is fine. One more inhale here. And then fold, exhale, shake it out. That was a lot of balancing. So wiggle your legs. Stay here in your fold. Find any movements that feel good. And then bring your hands down onto your mat or the blocks and walk your feet back to high plank. One more time before we come down. Chaturanga, lower down nice and slow, halfway, hold. Then release yourself all the way down onto your mat. Let your head go over to one side or the other. Release your arms back and take your hips side to side. Now take your head the opposite direction and bend your knees, move them side to side. Release your legs. Tops of the feet on the mat. Chin or forehead to your mat. Reach your right arm forward. The left leg is going to stay, the left arm is going to stay back towards your left hip. Now on an inhale, lift up your right arm just a little bit off the mat. And then lift your left leg as well. So you're reaching your right fingertips in the opposite direction of your left toes. Using the strength of your low back, lift just a little bit higher. And then release everything down. Come back to center. Left arm goes forward. On an inhale, left arm lifts, chest lifts, and right leg. On your next inhale, reach a little more. And then lower everything back down. Turn your palms so they're facing down. Your arms are still reaching back. Bring your feet a little bit closer together. Now chin or forehead to your mat. Inhale, lift up, chest, shoulders, arms, toes, knees. So you're reaching your arms back. Lift your chest up. Now pull your arms forward. Last breath in. And fold. Release. Wiggle. And then we're gonna just roll over here. So you're lying on your back. Full body stretch. Reach your arms overhead. Reach your fingertips away from your toes. Now hug your right knee in. And switch. Left knee hugs in. Or right knee again. And then switch left. Right knee comes in. And left. Now hug both knees in. Rock side to side. And then release your arms out in cactus. So your elbows are coming straight out from your shoulders. Stack your knees over your hips. Shins parallel to your mat. Take your knees over to the right. Have them hover over your mat wherever they want to be for just a moment, and then with control, bring them back to center. Now take your knees over to the left. Same thing, just hover for a moment. And then back to center. Right. Then left. One more time, right then left. And then bring your knees back to center. Hug your right knee in, extend the left leg. And now using your left hand, pull your right knee over to the left. You can let your upper body fall to the right. You can also just keep your head centered. Now come back to center. extend your right leg up. Grab a hold of your right leg wherever you can reach. And then lift your forehead up towards your right leg. You can keep the left leg straight or bend it and place your foot on the mat. Now, keeping a hold of your right leg with your right hand, you're gonna let your head go back down onto your mat. And keep your left hand on your left hip so that it stays down as you open your right knee out to the right. And then bend. Let your right ankle find the top of your left leg. Pull your left thigh in. And I like to use my right elbow here to kind of open my right knee out. Release your right leg. Keep your left knee hugged in. And now use your right hand to guide your left knee over to the right. Upper body can fall to the left. Roll back to center. Extend the left leg up. Reach where you can. And remember, you can bend your right knee or keep it extended out. Lift up. And then release your head back down. Right hand comes on top of your right hip. Open your left knee over to the left. And if you don't have your right knee bent, go ahead and bend it so you're ready for the next stretch. Bring your left ankle on top of the right thigh. Hug your right thigh in. Release and hug both knees in. You can reach for the outsides of your feet and move around in happy baby. Or just rock side to side, hugging your knees in. Give your body any final stretches you feel necessary to complete your practice. And then give yourself a nice big hug. Take some time to rest in Shavasana, which looks like this, or any comfortable lying down position that works for you. Thank you for joining me for this yoga practice today. I hope you go in peace throughout the rest of your week. Namaste.